Coming to a YouTube channel near you.
Well, hello there, everybody. Welcome, Cindy. Hello there, Roger. Hello there, Little Twisted. How you doing there with Vicky and Crystal, Kathy A, John? Well, welcome, Denise, John, everybody, Julie Ann. Hello, Barb. Welcome back. I think Barb was out there in the forest, Peter and Julian, hugging trees today. Wonderful. Gary Spikes, nice to see you. Anna D, thank you for the messages and love. What do you say there, Peter and Julie Ann? How you doing today?
Excellent.
Terrific.
Excellent. Thank you, Grizzly.
Yeah, wonderful. Welcome, everybody, for another Monday edition. And welcome there, Michelle. How you doing there? Nice to see you. So, Moon at Noon, Jason, nice to see you slide in with Sherry and Philip, everybody. Welcome. Round of applause. So, what do you think about all this energy shifting, Peter and Julian? What's going on?
You want
go ahead, Peter, and also the fact that we just went into a new moon in Leo.
We're in a new moon, and I
Mercury
wanted
retrograde.
to enlighten everybody that starting on the 5th, August 5th, through August 27th, we are in a Mercury retrograde. Right now, Mercury is in the sign of Virgo, and Virgo rules. Actually, Virgo is associated with Mercury, and with the retrograde, it means that it appears that Mercury, the planet Mercury, that deals with communication and deals with verbalization and deal with how we converse and how we convey our messages to the public. It appears for Mercury that it's going retrograde when it's actually nothing really major is happening. But now is not a time to make or sign documents. I would wait until the Mercury retrograde is over. Mercury also on August 15th goes into the sign of Leo. And when Mercury goes into the sign of Leo, that is ruled by the sun. It's a fixed sign. So if you're feeling today as if you're a little confused, you want to start new projects, you want to be creative, but you're confused about which direction you're in, welcome to the club. We're all going through that, and it's going to make you feel a little mashugana, as we say in Yiddish, meaning that you're going to feel up and down. But don't worry, after Mercury goes direct on the 28th of August, you'll start feeling better. We also have Saturn, which is a planet of structure, in the sign of Pisces retrograde. Neptune is also retrograde in Pisces, and Pluto is an outer planet. It's in Aquarius and it's retrograde. What does that all mean in layman's terms? It means, and I was discussing this with Julian and with Grizzly before we came on, it means right now we're all feeling a little discombobulated. We don't know what's going on, but I'm going to tell you, under universal law, everything is perfect. It's wonderful. And think positive. Now is the time to think positive and to decide where you want to go, how you're going to get there, and what you're going to do. And from there, Julian, take off.
Well, the thing is that we're in August, and August is an 8 energy. So right away, it's the 8. So it's important that you see in your own life, because the your name has letters. Those letters correspond to those numbers, and those numbers have a meaning. So see if you have an H, Q, or Z in your name on your birth certificate or the name that you're using now. If not, then you have a challenge with power, and you might even have a little bit more challenges in August if you don't have that H, Q, or Z. If you were born in August, or you were born on the 8th or on the 17th or the 26th, this is better for you. If you were born in 1970, which is an 8. So what we're looking for is the 8, because the 8 energy is all about power. It's all about also the balance. If you look at the 8 of August, and we're in this 8 energy, it's 2 zeros on top of each other. The bottom 0 is your physical, material, money world, and the top is your mental and your intuitive world. Both of them lie on each other. It's not a Picasso painting. So there's equipoise with mind, body, and spirit, as well as circulation. It's very important in August to circulate, to walk, to run, to exercise, to do something with your body so you can also have clarity with your mind. It's important that you also are aware of your finances and your bank account. And if you don't know what's happening with your account, take the time to understand your bank book. As well as careful, as Peter said, of all kinds of contracts in the Mercury retrograde. I ask you also to look and see if you have, or you're born in March, or if you're born in December. These are 3s. 1 and 2 is 3. On the 3rd, on the 12th, on the 21st, on the 30th, 3s again. Because if you're born in these 3 energies, or if you have a CLU, or if you don't have a CLU, you're going to be affected even more in this time of communication. So it's power and communication and the way you're expressing yourself. Don't hold anything in because you'll implode. What's important is that you express yourself and you feel confident, aware, clear, and ready for action.
Yeah, wonderful. So, Julian, you made a comment along with Peter about mind, body, and spirit. And when I hear that, I take that very seriously and very dear to my heart. And ladies and gentlemen, if you are in a friendship or any type of relationship, right? And there is some kind of disbogalization, somebody said it, I love that term, or some discord, I think it's in your best interest to discuss that with that person. If you have that friendship, now if their friendship is not there, then you do as what you will. But if we're going to talk about it and preach about it, then we also need to enlist that and embrace that. And I take that very seriously, right? And we were talking about this for the show, ladies and gentlemen. Peter is always more welcome to come to me, and vice versa. And it doesn't matter. We can talk about anything and everything. And Peter knows some dark secrets of my life and personal things in my life. And he knows because he can also see without me telling him. However, if you have those relationships with family members, friends, and whoever, you know, it's in your best interest to have a conversation, not to walk away or let things fester or burn beneath the radar. I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just saying. What do you think about it, guys?
I think, well, I can relate to that, Grizzly and Julian. I wanted to say this because I had brought this up earlier, and I'm seeing a positive side to it. Right before I left Connecticut, and everybody knows I moved, I had reached out to friends and family because I was going through a difficult time, and I didn't know where I was going to transition to or move. And people kept on saying to me, everything's going to work out and whatever. And I had 1 or 2 individuals that were true friends reach out to me. One of them was a friend that I had met on one of the podcasts. And I moved up here. But what I wanted to say to everybody was the people, same people that called themselves my friends when I was Connecticut that could be there for me are now reaching out to me for assistance. And I'm open to that. But what I did want to say is this: friendship is very important to me. I don't have a lot of family left. And when I'm in a friendship with somebody, I consider that person to be an extension of my extended family. And if you have an issue with me, if I say something that is offensive that you don't like, please come to me and don't let me have to psychically pick it up or guess. And when I'm with people, I don't like, a lot of people say, well, you should know how I'm feeling and you should not. I don't claim to be Nostradamus. I never have
Right.
claimed to be
Right.
Nostradamus. But I do want to say that if you have something on your mind spiritually, we're all perfect souls having a spiritual experience here with divine souls. Be respectful enough to come to me and tell me how you're feeling. And so we can discuss things. And that's what a true friend is. A friend does not go behind that person back and tell everybody else what's going on in the hopes that one person is going to tell the other people that they know. If we're an adult or truly friends on a spiritual level, which I try to preach, those are my feelings and ideologies. And Julian, what are your thoughts and feelings about this topic?
Well, I'd like to take it further, and I agree everything that what you just said, and I'm not going to reiterate that, but I'm going to take it further in regards to for people right now is to remain aligned, as well as whatever has happened in your past is your past. But what's important is that you remove any kind of anger, frustration, fear out of you. And you do that by allowing love to come into your heart. It's very important that whomever, whatever did anything to you in these past days, weeks, months, or years, that you find it in your heart to emotion release. It's important that you let go. It's important
Yes.
that you don't get involved in these little details and these little issues of he did that, she did this, my mom did that, my father did this when I was a little kid, um, my father walked out on us and did this, my girlfriend did this, my boss did this, all this and more. We're Jedi, we're oracles of a higher level of thinking, feeling, and doing. And as we move into these last months of 2024, we are being asked to step up, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, all sentient beings. We're being asked to step up and really understand what love is, but also what community is, and also what friendship is all about. And all of this other stuff that's in the way, or jealousy, or envy, or judgment, all that and more, we got to let that go, because we're here to clean our channel, as well as to embrace the all that there is vibration and energy.
I totally agree with that. And I'll say this, right? 98.799% of the time, it's a misunderstanding, ladies and gentlemen. It's
Yeah.
not what you think.
Yep.
That's why it's always good to go back and say, Julian, hey, the other day we were having a conversation and this kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Let's visit this and talk about it for a second. And yeah, I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, we see it. We see it when we give people spiritual help. We see it when people cross over. They have all these feelings and regrets because they didn't make things right before they passed. You don't want that. And if you
No.
don't know what's going on, all you got to do is ask. That's it. Just ask. So, yes.
Yeah,
Kelly, go ahead.
as a past life hypnotherapist, numerologist for over 45 years now, what you just said, Grizzly, is very important. It's important that you resolve whatever it is, whatever issues you have with the person now, especially if they're alive.
Yeah.
Because once they pass, then you're doing therapy on another level. And that therapy is very deep, and it you open up so many different Pandora boxes. It can get very scary and very crazy because you're dealing with not only someone who has passed, but you're also dealing with their energies from whatever is going on with them and why they've passed and all that and more. And it just gets too complicated and crazy.
Absolutely.
I also wanted to convey something, and I'm being reminded my guides of this. About 6 months ago, a friend of mine, who is still a friend, came to me about somebody else that we both mutually know. And this friend was telling me about our mutual friend, that they are deceptive, that they sometimes lie, they don't totally tell the truth, that they at times are looked on as being evil. And I listened to this person talk about all this, and I'm thinking, this is their perception. It's all perception. It doesn't mean that that person that they're talking about, that is really truly what their behavior is. And I went back to the individual and I said to them, your perception is different than mine. We all come from our life experience, and we may be friends with the same person, and I may see that person as a divine being, that they're working on their human characteristics and they're working from an ego point of view, and they're trying desperately to work out their frailties and their idiosyncrasies, whatever. But I did notice one day when this person was talking about a mutual friend, the information that they were conveying to me was more in alignment to the way they were and not the person that they are talking about. So I learned a great lesson, that we all come from the culmination of our whole life, and we have our perceptions, and we've gone through our own life experience. And I really try to love everybody. I have faults. Everybody in this life has faults because we're in the human incarnation. So I do want to say is we are all children of the divine energy God, and the earth is school, and we are all here to each support each other, learn from each other, and eventually we are all headed to the same place. We're here to evolve and to learn how to overcome the human ego in order for us to eventually merge with the divine will. So that in part is where I'm coming from. If anybody wants to interject that, but I have realized at my tender age of 70, I'm not perfect. I have a lot of lessons to learn. And if people have any issues, I'm willing to sit down, talk to them, meet them halfway. And I agree with what Julian was saying. This is a magnificent school. And even the reason why we come on and we are doing this wonderful TV podcast is not only to teach you how to change your lives, but I know every time I come on here, I'm learning from the lessons that I'm trying to teach everybody else. I'm the teacher. I'm also the student.
I like to take that. I like to take that to another level again.
Absolutely.
And that's why I love the sacred books. And I was into Hinduism all kinds of different religions, reading the Quran, the Torah, all that in the 80s. But what I loved about the Bhagavad Gita, which is like the Bible of India, and there's one
Yes.
particular quote, and it says, "Nobody is out there except for you." And think about that. Nobody
Wow.
is out there except for you. And when I read this and I started taking this in, and then using this philosophy as a therapist, I started understanding more and more of myself and my path in my evolution, because everyone that I was meeting was myself, past, present, future,
Yes.
now. So I
Yes.
couldn't get away from myself or the person, because there's a reason why the energies was bringing this person or this person to um, have a session with numerology or hypnotherapy, past life, or healing, whatever, because I was staring at myself again. Past, present, future is now. Nobody is out there except for you. It's very simple, but my friends, it is deep.
And it is. And everybody that's affiliated with the Outlaw channel and with our family knows exactly where we all stand. And we
Mhm.
all are for each other to help
Yes.
each other. And if you're not, then you're not here with us at any given point. I will cut that branch you sit on. And I've done it.
Hey,
And I don't like doing it, but we're here as a vibrational plane to help each other and help others. And that's what
yes.
that's what our purpose is. And it's very important that I'm glad Peter brought and you that up tonight, because people, life's too short.
It is
And
too
people
short.
don't understand that. And we deal with people when their mom, their brother, husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, they pass. And what do we hear? All these regrets. And I wish I could have. I wish I would have. You know, the time's now, ladies and gentlemen.
Do it
And
now.
that's
That's it.
right.
Do
It
it now.
is.
Don't wait. Do it now.
So that's right, Denise. We do love the Grizzly family. Absolutely. But we do have a new viewer tonight, ladies and gentlemen. A round of applause. That's never been on the show before. Her name is Michelle. Well, nice to have you, Michelle. Nice to see you in here. She's never, I don't think, actually had a true reading from professionals. Julian Michaels, her date of birth is 4/15/1972. 4/15/1972.
So the birth date is your social security card. It's your PIN number to your soul's account, which is month, day, and year. Those three energies create your fourth energy, your main energy. This purports your talents, your opportunities, your lessons and challenges in your life, as well as what's happened to you this year, this month, the years ahead. It has your health, your wealth, your relationships, all that and more. So we have Michelle with an M, very powerful woman who holds a lot on her shoulders. She's a 4/15, which is a 6, 1 and 5 to 6. 1972 is a 1. She's a 4, 6, 10, 1. So she's an 11. So right away, she's a very special woman who is working on another frequency. She has stuff going on with men, with her, um, with her family, especially her father. So there's stuff to be worked out there with the father energy as well as with men in her life, because she's a romantic. She's a 15/6. That is the romantic energy. That's the lover of love. That's a woman who's here to realize that she's a beautifier, opening up other people's hearts to love. She's a 1972. That's a karmic vibration. 1 in 9 is 10, 17 to 19. 19 is the most powerful karmic vibration. So in her life, Michelle is asked, hey, Michelle, guess what? It's like a stop sign. We've done this before. What is it that you want and wish to do with your power? You're a very powerful woman, a capable woman. You're here to understand flexibility and not be dependent on or codependent on anyone. You're a leader teaching other people how to lead. You're a 4-6 from 15, 1, 7, 8. So you're in an 8 personal year cycle. You're in your power, girl. And what I was talking about, the 8, and this is August. This is your month. This is your month to step up. This is your month to say thank you, come from gratitude. This is your month to take action and do something from this month to your next birthday in regards to yourself, your power, your vision. And it's important that you now show your shine, because you got to shine, darling. And it's important that you embrace it, you have confidence in it, and you shine with it. Blessing.
Ooh. What do you think, Peter?
Yes, she actually was born with many, many gifts. And one of the gifts I'm seeing, she's got an air trine in her chart. That means that it's a trine from Aquarius to Gemini to Libra, meaning relationships are going to be very, very important to her. We're dealing with a very dynamic woman here that is filled with drive. There's drive here. There's a sense of wanting to achieve. She's going through changes, I believe, with direction and possibly reevaluating a love relationship this year. This woman is a talker. She likes to express herself. She loves to talk. She also is a very old soul. She came in with the ability to do well financially, to make money. This woman could do very well in business for herself. And she's going through a process now of finding herself. She is going through a transition where she wants to know who she is, where she's going. There's also the possibility of writing a book here. I feel there were challenges growing up. I don't think she was always understood by family members. They're also talking to me about a Carl. If she doesn't know Carl, somebody around her is coming in. They're talking about a car coming in. But she is multi-talented, and she does get bored easily. So she needs variety in order to really challenge herself and accept herself. And this year is a perfect year for her to bring things together, new projects. I also want to say that she is going to be so driven to achieve that. God, they're showing me paintings, they're showing me music, a lot of things around her. So God bless her. She was born with a lot of gifts.
Oh,
Beautiful.
interesting. Yeah, that was she was actually talking as both of y'all were talking and giving you confirmation and reaffirmation about the things everything you said. It's fascinating to see how you all operate, right? Because it's just mind blowing. But anyway, it's just mind blowing. Yeah, it is powerful. Thank you. I was looking for a word, Twisted, and Twisted came in and saved me.
What
Michelle
does she do
says,
for a living? I'm interested to know what she does for a living.
Michelle, would you like to disclose what you do for a living there, dear, please? If you just put it on the board, I'll let them know. Hello, Dolores. Welcome. Welcome to the show. Nice to see you. A round of applause for you. Yeah, war criminal. It is. It's. I love seeing these. And ladies and gentlemen, you know, we do this samples. This is just nowhere near what you get when you spend time with them and book. She says very powerful. I don't know. So she's very powerful. No,
You know
she's a
that.
project. Yeah, she's a project manager.
It makes sense.
Yeah, project manager. Hello, Kelly Elliott. Welcome to the show. Love from the UK. Thank you. Yeah, but wonderful. But no, it is interesting. So just make sure, as you all are getting these, what do you get? Is it, do you all, how do y'all divvy up your all's times? Do you all do about a half hour? Do you work with them?
Julian, you want to answer that, and then I'll follow.
I do half hour, hour and a half. I like doing the hour and a half because I also ask the person to bring in anyone or anybody that they're interested to know about and their soul relationship with them. But we can also do things in an hour and a half hour. It all depends on also what the person wishes to understand and know about themselves and where they're at.
So you all actually do a whole lot more than what a lot of people don't realize you all do. And that's why I want to portray to them is that it's just not talking to loved ones, or whatever. I mean, you all do a plethora of stuff. So just keep that in mind. Michelle says she's in IT. She's a project manager in IT. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen.
I also wanted to say very quickly, somebody came to me, I guess it was about 6 months ago. They wanted a private reading, and they said, I only want 20 minutes. And I said, fine, 20 minutes. I allocated 20 minutes. I do half an hour readings. In some cases, I do 2-hour readings when people want it. But I said to this person when they sat down, why am I getting so many famous people around you? And they go ahead. Tell me what you think you're picking up. And I said, King Charles is around you. And I said, Diane von Furstenberg is around you. Joan Rivers is around you. And I'm mentioning all these people. And after 20 minutes, they said to me, continue. Mm-hmm. So I found out at the time, they didn't tell me who they were. It was one of King Charles's best friends.
Wow.
Yes, from England. And after a 20-minute reading went into an hour and a half.
Of course.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, so it depends on the person. And sure. I want to say this also, and I've got to express this. In the past, I've had readings with Julian that just knocked me off my seat. I mean, I sat down with him and I said, Julian, can you give me a little tidbit of what you do? And I sat there in just awe because I'm very careful with people that I associate with in business and work with. And Julian, he's just amazing in all the areas from past life to psychotherapy to the numerology. He's an incredible reader, and I did want to add that because I want to give him credit where credit's due.
No, absolutely. That's fantastic. And I always tell people, if you're going to get a reading from somebody, get a pen and paper. Yes. You get excited. You don't think about things, and when they're talking to you, we don't, and they don't understand what they're telling you. They're told to tell you stuff, right? So just keep that in mind.
We channel. I think Julian does also. When I sit down and I say a prayer before my readings, I have the guides come to me. I don't know where they're getting the information from, but there have been a couple of times when I've read for royalty and I don't know where it's coming from. And I tell them exactly what's being said. And I've had some people get up and walk out of the room because it was so on the mark. But, I don't try to be, it isn't coming from me. I believe I'm a channel for God and the universe. And I don't know if Julian agrees with that, but I don't take credit for my readings.
Well, we're just we've trained ourselves in so many different ways to open up our channel, and and we're not doing it. It's being done through us.
Yeah, absolutely. And I totally agree with that. And a lot of people that do this, right, are in for the wrong reasons and don't have the actual talent like you all do. So,
We have the as Peter also has the experience, and it's also a great responsibility in what we do, and because it's not like we I feel that we've been gypsies and pirates in other lives and soothsayers.
I'll agree with that.
yeah, I definitely hire mateys. Yes.
There you go. And all that and more. And now we're more we're more in our harmony, as well as we've done our trainings in everything from psychology or sociology or been around people, all that and more. And it's an amazing how and what comes through us, but also it's a responsibility to do what we do, and that's why we're very careful in what we say and how we do it.
Yes. Very succinctly stated.
No, I totally agree. And that's why we're part of the Outlaws, right?
So we
Anyways,
have a Carla here. I keep on seeing.
Yes. She is born August, let's see here, 8/11, 1976, August 11th, 1976.
Anyone born on the 11th, on the 22nd, is already working with a higher frequency. And the higher frequency is known as the master vibration.
Yes.
And what I have found is, and we just talked about white and black, and the fact that people have used that in previous lives. We've all used white and black magic. So the 1122 is a reminder that this person has a responsibility with their frequency to be more aware that they're here to work with people in some sort of a way of community. So Dolores is here to work with people in relationships. She has the 8 of power of August of Leo. She's a 1976, which is a 23-5. And the 23-5 is a person who's here to understand how to be flexible and free. And usually they're born to a family that has prejudice, that has been oppressed, a family or a culture, or been born and raised with this kind of philosophy and energy around them. So they are the teachers of freedom. So Dolores, in her own way, is here to free people's minds, body, and spirit, understanding her power, coming from a place of understanding, also having this master number that she can create and manifest whatever it is that she wishes. But it's important that she has the intent and the vision and the way of doing that. She's an 811, which is that of a 1923. So she's a 42-6 of service, a teacher, a person who also beautifies, who shows people how to be responsible in who she is and what she's doing, and with other people as well, teaching them responsibility. 82189. This girl's going through a lot, and just to be short, in regards to cleaning her house physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, financially, because now it's time for her to clean her house, to get things together, because she's graduating, especially in 2025, to a new Dolores, to a new person who is being navigated to do something else other than what she's doing, or whatever she's doing, taking it to another level. Blessings.
Wow. Fascinating.
Yeah, I pick up with this individual. This person has a grand square in their chart, which normally indicates to me that they have not had an easy life. They have had to work diligently to overcome obstacles in their life. They are very highly intuitive. I pick up this person actually could do readings if they wanted to, but they're very intuitive. They're coming out of a year last year. I feel last year that there were a lot of changes in their life and obstacles to overcome. I also feel there may be some issues around control, and I don't mean in a negative way. Wanting to control more within their lives, taking control. They are also a very dynamic person. I am seeing an organization with the ability to want to be perfect, to want to have things organized in everything they accomplish. I also wanted to say the guides are talking to me about changes this year for them. I sense also this person is an achiever. They don't sit back and just let things happen. The other thing that the guides are telling me, they keep on showing me water. This person has to drink more water. They're also saying to me, very careful around health, foods, and what they put into their body. And this person, if they use their creativity for the magnificence of the universe, they're going to do very, very well. But they do have a dynamic personality, but they equivocate between being very strong and being very sensitive.
Interesting. So I got a question, right? Why is it in the past 2 months, when I'm talking to people, I am telling them to drink more water? Why is that all of a sudden becoming similar with everybody?
It's becoming, well, Julian, do you want to interject?
Yeah, well, water. I mean, take the word water, WATER, 51259. That's a 516813. That's a 22-4. That's a master vibration. That's called the master builder. So we're in 2024, which is that of an 8, and it's understanding ourselves and our power. So water is very important for not only replenishing, but also for you to access this power of water, of pure water. So when you're drinking water, or when you're around water, or if you're swimming in the water, or if you're bathing, showering, it's very important that you also acknowledge this element of water. Just say a little prayer, a blessing, and a thank you to the water itself, because it's alive, it's consciousness, and it's being asked to be acknowledged so you can connect even more and deeper with yourself, the power of who you really are, as well as using water as an ally, as a friend, to, again, to help you to achieve what is it that you wish to achieve with your purpose.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah, I buy that. It was just all of a sudden, when I was doing tarot readings and spiritual readings for people, it's just like, hey, tell them they need to drink more water. And it's like, okay, you need to drink more water. And they're like, I don't drink water. There you go. It just came up. So I was just curious.
I also wanted to say, we are born when we're in the uterus.
That's right.
Of mom and our mother, we are surrounded by water. Our bodies are, I think, 75%, if not more, of water. My holistic doctor said to me when I've seen the doctor, he also has a background in astrology, said that our bodies are cleansed by us drinking water, but that water needs to be we need the minerals, we need all the ingredients to cleanse our bodies. And why is it more so now? Saturn right now is in the sign of Pisces, and Neptune is in the sign of Pisces. They are conjunct one another. That is a water sign. So more and more people, and I want to mention this, more and more people, when they are stressed out, when they are on the run, on the go, when we are running to work, to school, whatever, we are actually using up the water that is in our body, and we sweat through the pores. That's water. So we can't survive in this world, in the physical incarnation, without having water within our bodies. So that's why I believe more and more people are going through it. Now, a lot of my clients, the first thing they say to me, and I tell them during the reading, I say, are you drinking enough water? And they go, you're the third reader that said to me, I should be drinking more. To me, it's purification. So I pretty much agree with you, Julian, and what Julian had to say. And we cannot survive without having water in our system.
No, totally agree. And it's because somebody asked me the other day, and I was like, I don't know. I was like, when I see Peter and Julian, I'll throw it on the board and ask. So, yeah, right. So, absolutely.
Yeah. If people are also right now are feeling the dynamics of going through the ascension, the guides are telling me that we are in the process now of being called up. We're gravitating towards the sun. We're gravitating towards the cosmic energies. And I know for myself, when I go through this during the day and I'm walking and I'm running and I'm sweating, I'm looking for, in fact, right here, I just went out and bought
there you go.
Water.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. Yeah. All right, Julian. Jody, 5'6", 1975. Jody, 5'6", 1975 there.
75, yes. So, and Peter, it's interesting. The last person you talked about was food. The 6, look at the form of the 6. It's a stomach. Right away, when you have a 6 in your birth date, you're being asked to even be more careful of what you're putting into your stomach. So food for this person is very important, and what she's putting into her stomach and what she's putting into also her mind, because the stomach also associates that with the mind. She's a 1975. That's a double 11. That's a 22. This is a woman who is a planner, a builder, working with herself in some capacity, with people, or working with a powerful organization that's here to make a difference. She's a 5'6", which is an 1122. That's a 33-6. So she has 2 master vibrations, the master builder and the 33, which is that of the teacher of teachers. A lot of love here, a lot of responsibility, careful of sacrifice, your own sacrifice. It's important that you do not need to sacrifice yourself for the betterment of anyone or anybody, that you treasure yourself and your heart and your love, and you don't need to sacrifice yourself in the way of being a martyr or feeling like you're a victim and you need to sacrifice yourself because of some sort of a philosophy of some sort. That's what 33s do, because the 33 is the connection with the Christos, with the consciousness of Christ. 5, 6, 2, 2, and 8 is she is in a whole new stages of beginnings in her life. She's planting seeds of the new her in order for her to now feel better, as well as letting go of what has happened in the past bringing something different, something new, something also that stimulates her because she's been bored. When it comes to relationships, challenges with relationships, she might have left a relationship. She might have also moved. This is all new beginnings for her. Blessing.
Interesting.
Amazing.
Peter's getting a download right now.
Well, no, I'm just seeing. I agree with everything Julian has said. I see in the chart. This is a woman who I want to say could be a leader. She has leadership ability.
Yes, totally.
Without a doubt, there's leadership ability here. Communication skills here are dynamic. She is an amazing communicator. I feel writing around her. I feel the written word. I do feel a lot of sensitivity here. Relationships are all important. I'm also sensing somebody when she was younger. I believe the guys are saying the father and mother were not always there for her, held her back. I don't feel that's now. I think she's overcome this, but there was somebody not present, I believe, in her life as she was growing up that the guides are telling me. She also, with the boredom, she's got to be doing a multitude of tasks at the same time. If she isn't, she will just get very, very bored. I also want to say there's a lot of sensitivity here, but I see this woman could be a life coach. She could teach people. She is very gifted, and I hope she's using these traits that God has given her.
Oh, wonderful. Fantastic. Julian, how do people find you, follow you, and reach out to you, kind sir?
I'm on virtual media. So all those sites, Julian Michael, Facebook, Julian Michael, LinkedIn, Julian Michael 11, Twitter, Julian Michael 89, TikTok, and then Soul Magic, SOLMAGIK, and that's my Instagram, Soul Magic. And my email is soulmagic@hotmail.com. Julian Michael 323-384-1333, 323-384-1333, and also be blessed, and also say a prayer and align yourself, especially in August. Exercise the body. The 8 is all about circulating. And on August 8th, which is 2024, which is the portal of 888, really acknowledge and be grateful for being alive in these times of not only changes, times of your magnificence.
Yes, absolutely. And Peter Marks, what about you, kind sir?
Well, first I want to thank you, Chris, for the ability to do this platform. My gratitude is overflowing for this ability to do it and be here. I can be reached through Peter_MRKS@yahoo.com or 203-206-9353. And I also wanted to say, anybody that does call, these were mini readings. And what I want to get through to the public is I go much more in depth in the reading. I include names and events. So these are mini readings. And if you call from Grizzly Show, I am willing to give the public a discount because of the fact we are living in trying times right now, and I can appreciate that. And also understand that Chris, I know, is a reader, Julian is, I am, and we take the information, our craft very seriously. And when we come on here, it is out of love that we share it and caring for the general public. And we thank you for participating and being part of this podium.
Yes, absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, we got Angela coming up tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. She does her runes reading, so make sure and check it out. And from coast to coast, around the world, everybody, Godspeed. See you shortly. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you.